Just a little further, dear. Oh, nice voice acting as well.
So I grabbed him by the belt.
Now.
And I threw him overboard.
Old Nintendo gamer.
And son.
Hello and welcome to Old Nintendo Gamer and Son. It's time to see if I can get away with murder in Overboard. Let's begin. Midnight, July 3rd, 1935. Villains depart from America. Former starlet Veronica Villansy set sail today for New York, accompanied by husband Malcolm. The pair, once dubbed a charmed couple, are now rumoured to be in dire financial straits after a string of poor investments. Here's to more luck in America, lovebirds. Mr. and Mrs. Villansy will sail into Brooklyn aboard the SS Hook.
We stood together at the rail, Malcolm and I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them.
Just a little further, dear. Oh, nice voice acting as well.
So I grabbed him by the belt.
Now.
And I threw him overboard.
The flight of the bumblebee. I'm absolutely wasting no time to get to the murder. Just a push. And off you go. The way they play the violin. Sounds like something from Hitchcock. Ah, Malcolm, darling. I had the strangest dream. Malcolm? Oh. He's gone. Really gone. Marvellous. Yeah, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Villansy. But is everything all right? What should I say? Who's there? Steward, Mom. Come in. Thank you, Mom. Captain says we put into Liberty Island at 4 p.m. Your husband is up already, is he? I don't know. I beg your pardon, ma'am. Have you seen him? Please? I don't think he came in last night. I have not seen him, ma'am. If I do, I will tell him it is time for breakfast. Stu believes Malcolm went missing overnight. All right, Veronica, be calm. Act natural. Maybe no one saw anything. You can adjust the text and animation speeds in the pause menu. Okay, let's try the pause menu while we I gotta press A. Let's try the pause menu while we're having a look at this new game here. Animation speed, read speed, profanity. Yes, we always want profanity, vibration, and screen flashes. Reset to A. You can reset the time. Clear fully. Right, okay. Look around the cabin. Catch a glimpse of my reflection in the mirror as I slip into the bathroom and look quickly away. There's a bottle of tablets by the little sink. Sleeping tablets, strong ones. Veronica's little helpers. I wonder if I woke up at all. One of my earrings is missing. One of my diamond earrings. Shit. I slip the earring free and put it in my pocket. I hurry back out of the cabin. Yeah, there might be, I might need to place that on something. If I press X now, it brings up this little thing. Sleeping tablets, I can poison people. Let's have a look at the bed. It's more comfortable than the chaise. But I was too tired last night to care. The maid will know no one slept here unless... There, that's better. I can't help stretching out, enjoying my new kingdom. All mine. But there's no time for this. What's on the desk? There's a cast iron paperweight in the shape of a dolphin on the desk. What an ugly thing. God knows, but I hate dolphins. And this thing is horribly heavy. It's like they don't want anyone to steal it. But who would steal this horrible thing? Here, Malcolm. You have it. I really hate dolphins. Maybe I needed that. Uh-oh, I've thrown that out the thing. They might think I conked him on the head with it now. The porthole. The porthole is open. The earring glitters in the sunlight as it disappears. There. Maybe I shouldn't, but we're working our way through and seeing what we're doing. I got rid of one of my earrings, and then someone goes, "Oh, this is your earring." I never owned a set of earrings like that, I'm afraid. Toss the sleeping pills, no, I'll keep them. Look out across the water. Good riddance. Nothing but endless sea. No sign of America yet. Unless it's on the other side of the boat. Is that how boats work? No, leave. Okay. Where should Veronica... At least my cabin is now truly mine. Where should Veronica go next? I can go to the aft cabins, the restaurant, the smoking room, the forward cabins, the chaparral, or the bridge. I think I'm going to go to the restaurant. I've missed breakfast now. Really? Oh, yeah, look, it's 9:07. I didn't get breakfast. You got to be a bit quicker. The forward cabins belong to Lady H and Mrs. Carstairs. Yeah, I'm going to go there. I can be there at 9:14. So 9:14, July 4th. There's a real time thing going on here. The forward cabins are occupied by Carstairs. Lady Honoria Armstrong has a cabin more or less to herself, presumably so no one sees her rolling back drunk to her room. Lady H? No, thank you. Lady H, it's Veronica. The door opens reluctantly. Veronica, dear, are you quite well? You look awful. My husband is missing, Lady Honoria. I haven't seen him since last night. Really? Husbands are terribly unreliable. Worse than motor cars, and yet you can still have to crank them. Have you seen him? Me? No, I don't have him squirreled away in my cabin, my dear. We missed you at breakfast, dear. Everyone was very worried. I wasn't feeling well. So I can see, dear. But you're doing better than some. Oh dear, are you ill? I'm in fine fettle, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Toodles! With that, she slams the door shut. What's this now? I can definitely hear someone moving around inside the cabin. Hello? No answer. Nothing now. 15 minutes idle by. Lady Armstrong's cabin door opens. My dear, are you loitering? I'm going up to stroll on deck. She heads off down the hallway. 25 minutes pass by. 15 minutes idle by. Right, Alright, let's go. Perhaps I lost my earring up on deck last night. Quite possibly. I should have gone there first of all. Less than 6 hours. I make my way to the upper deck. My earring. No, it's not up here. I'm standing by the rail as Lady H swans by. Did you enjoy breakfast, my dear? You're looking much more fulsome. I'm looking for my husband. He's still not turned up, has he? I'm worried. Really, my dear? How simply awful for you. I wanted to ask you something. Yes? What do you make of Carstairs? Carstairs? Oh, he's a dark horse, that one. You mark my words. I heard somebody moving about in his cabin. Really? I knew it. The man has a secret. Whoever it is, they turn up at his cabin door quite late. And they use a signal. They always knock 9 times. 3 groups of 3, always the same. Carstairs' lover has a signal, 9 knocks. How intriguing. Yes, well, I have not managed to find out anything really juicy. We're almost ashore. What a waste. Oh, look. Up there on the bridge. Isn't that the commander? You mean Anders? Oh, you are playing it cool, aren't you? Hello. Oh, I do believe he's waving at us. She treats him to a wave of a handkerchief, then turns to smile at me. There's a clear view of the bridge from the upper deck. You rather like him, don't you, dear? He's very dashing. Oh, indeed. Quite a favourite of mine, but you know, dear, not all that glitters is gold, as they say. You don't trust him? Oh, I would trust him. Maybe not to sail a boat, though. He's a war-decorated commander. Oh, you're a fan. How delightful. But listen. Our beloved commander, my dear, he has a secret. What kind of secret? A rather awkward one. Lucky for him, I'm terribly discreet. Oh, give me a hint. Oh, I can't resist that. He's rather young, don't you think? To be a full commander, I mean. Good day. With that, she totters off. There's a whistle from above, and Mr. Anders comes down from the ladder from the bridge. Mrs. Villensley, admiring the view. I am now. Aha! You're one, I'll give you that. Gotta be going now. Rounds don't do themselves. I lean out over the rail and stare down into the water below. New York is in sight, and I wonder if they realize he's gone before we land. From somewhere below, I hear the sound of a girl sobbing. Just below the rail is an open porthole. It must be Clarissa's cabin. 15 minutes pass by. Ah, Mrs. Villensley. It's Mr. Carstairs, the young Englishman. Damn fine day, what? Good morning, Mr. Carstairs. Taking the air? Have you seen my husband? No, gone for a stroll, is he? I haven't seen him since last night. How curious. Perhaps he's at breakfast. I'm sure you bump into him soon enough. You can't get far in a tug like this, eh? Lovely to see you as always. I'm going to take another turn, I think. "15 minutes pass. The deck, sorry. Did I drop my hearing here last night? Nothing here. No evidence anything happened. Mrs. Villensley! It's Anders on his way up to the bridge. Something about this spot you like, is there? It's quite beautiful up here, isn't it? I must say, I do like it. I'm going up to the bridge now. Got to take the wheel. You should come up if you want a view. You can see all across the deck from up here. Is that so? Absolutely. Do you know, I was on watch last night. I didn't know that. Oh, no reason you should have. It was a quiet night, light breeze, no fog. Relatively good visibility. Mr. Anders, my friend. I feel I've known you a long time. Ah, we're old souls, Mrs. Villenzy. That must be it. Must be. Good day to you, Mrs. Villenzy. I can go to the bridge if I wanted to. How about the restaurant? It should be quiet now, place to have... I think now the breakfast rush is over. Lady H is sitting by herself at one of the tables. May I join you, Lady H? Of course, dear. A drink? At lunchtime? Oh, it isn't breakfast. Steward, you know how I like them. Yes, ma'am. As dirty as it comes, please. Yes, ma'am. Dirty? Oh, filthy. They mix it with brine straight from the sea. Here you are, ma'am, just as you like it. Sordid. Oh, thank you so much. Have you made this crossing before? Speaking small chat. Oh, yes. My 4th or 5th time. I can simply never decide where I want to be. I'm not gonna put her asleep yet. Goodbye, Miss Lady H. Goodbye, Mrs. Villenzy. Nice to talk to you. You're not what I expected. I'm trying to be nice. Now, the smoking room. There's a chapel as well. I'm praying. The ship's bell. Alright, the bridge. Just go and see the... I can be there at 12:54. I haven't eaten lunch yet, for crying out loud. To reach the bridge, you climb a metal ladder from the upper deck. It's a terrible idea. The masterful Commander Anders is at the wheel. Commander? Mrs. Villenzy, come in. The bridge isn't empty. There are a few duty officers about. And how are you faring this afternoon, Mrs. Villenzy? I'm anxious to arrive. Can't you make the boat go faster? No, not really, no. But we'll be there soon enough, don't you worry. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. I do enjoy watching people while I pilot. The upper deck seems a long way down, doesn't it? No one there now, of course. Now, Mrs. Villenzy, I should perhaps return to my duties. Thank you for showing me the bridge, Mr. Anders. Perhaps you could show me more later. I would like that very much. Good day, Mrs. Villenzy. You can see the rail clearly. But there's no one down there. I lose myself for a while in the sights and smells. I shake myself away from the endless view and go back down and make my way back down the ladder. Alright, who's that up in the... Oh, that's me. Haha, that is me. The forward cabins. Oh, Mrs. Lady H. I could be... There's someone crying in there before. Clarissa. Yeah, that's it. The aft cabins belong to the Major and to Miss Clarissa. There's sobbing coming from near. She's still crying. I put my ear to the keyhole. Sobbing. More sobbing. Oh, ripping something up. More sobbing. She's in there all right then. Clarissa, are you in there? Oh, go away. Are you going to want to talk to me? Are you threatening me? You witch! I never want to see you again. I know what you did to him. Oh dear. I know. Clarissa, have you seen Malcolm? Where is he? You don't know? Oh my God, Veronica, you really don't know. What did you see, Clarissa? Please tell me. Go away! Did he hurt you? What? No, it was you! You hurt him! Go away! Leave me alone, you monster, you harpy! She collapses into floods of tears again, enough to spoil her bed sheets. Maybe she didn't see anything after all. Clarissa, go away. Meet me on the upper deck. Why? It's important. Trust me. I hate you. I quickly duck down behind a potted plant. A few minutes pass by, then Clarissa steps out and hurries up the passageway. She's gone. Locked. The door's locked. I want to go up to where Clarissa is. I do want to meet Clarissa on the upper deck. Less than 2 hours, blah, blah. I go back to the upper rail, and there she is. I met Clarissa up the upper rail. Well, you wanted to talk to me. Out with it! Clarissa, you saw something. What is it you saw? I saw him fall, Veronica, last night. It was horrible. I was in my bunk just writing something, and I looked up, and he shot past the porthole in front of me. I don't know what you're talking about. He wouldn't have done it except for you. You didn't love him. Why didn't you let him go? You know nothing about him. I knew his soul. He was beautiful. You can't have seen him. It was dark outside. Uh-oh. The glass would have reflected your cabin. I know what I saw. I've heard enough. Go away, Clarissa. Go back to your cabin and cry. Oh, my God, Veronica. What are you? I hate you. Goodbye, Clarissa. Goodbye. Well, at least I know she didn't actually see me push him. And with that, Clarissa runs away. You're long gone now, Malcolm. 25 minutes idle by. Anne disappears from bed. Ah, there you are. We need it in the restaurant now. Walk me there? Certainly, madam. Let me take your arm. Less than 1 hour from Liberty Island, have they found out is there a detective on board? In the restaurant, Lady H. Carstairs and the Major soon gathered. Clarissa Turpentine is standing apart, still snivelling. Anders walks me in and steps to one side. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here. It is most unusual, but I believe something unusual has indeed occurred. Mrs. Villancy, Malcolm Villancy isn't with you. Veronica killed him with his neglect, didn't you, Veronica? He's missing since last night. I'm worried sick. It's true, I think. The bed in Mrs. Villancy's cabin has not been slept in. I saw it. That's because he's dead. Dead because of her. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. She told me this nonsense already. I gotta move my mic, sorry. She says a porthole in the dark is ludicrous. He reached out to me like a ghost. This is in very poor taste. You know, of course one doesn't like to gossip. But Malcolm Villancy was on the upper deck last night. And he wasn't alone. Oh dear. Clarissa was with him, was she? Must have been Clarissa. Taking a moonlit stroll with my husband. No, I was in my cabin waiting. Malcolm was going to visit me. I gave him my key. Oh, you give a married man your cabin key? You heard me. But he never came because he threw himself overboard. Or maybe you two met on deck, and you threw him into the sea. I didn't, I'm not like you. You were in floods of tears this morning. Guilty conscience, perhaps. No, you mustn't believe her. Think hard now. Was it Mrs. Turpentine you saw on the deck last night, Lady Armstrong? It could well have been Clarissa that I saw. And this is terribly ghoulish, but I heard Mr. Villancy going overboard. I heard the splash. Didn't realize what it was then, but now, well, I know what you're doing, Veronica, I know. You want my sympathy, do you? After what you've done? Steady on now. Cool heads will prevail. The fact is, Mr. Villancy is missing. The evidence we have is all circumstantial. Nothing to justify a firing squad, as my old field marshal used to say. Maybe Clarissa was on the deck with Malcolm. The poor girl was in love with him, yes? She invited him to her cabin, but he never came. An affair, or infantile infatuation, it does not follow that she killed him. It's my very belief that Malcolm Villancy committed suicide by drowning. Oh, do you really think? Oh, don't believe her. You mustn't. She's a snake. I swear it. She was up there with him. She pushed him into the sea rather than let me take him. There, I said it. Malcolm used you, Clarissa. One last fling before the end. You see how cold she is. She's a killer. You can see it in her eyes. Mrs. Villancy. What? You can't believe that. It's clear this pretty girl was having an affair with your husband. I must ask, Mrs. Villancy, did you kill your husband? I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. So, what happened? He must have jumped. A rich, newlywed man in his prime just threw himself into the sea. Our marriage was loveless. He threw himself overboard rather than face the future. And he left me alone. Yeah, you poor creature. I believe you. My sympathies for your loss, Mrs. Villancy. Allow me to walk you to your cabin, Mrs. Villancy. Thank you, Commander. This way, please. Alright, so far we've demystified the suspicion around me. You got out of it. I didn't think you'd get out of it. He knows. I panicked, I think. I forgive you, my dear. Only next time, please remember, suicides don't pay out life insurance. So we're just gonna have to try the whole thing again. So where do I find another idiot? This is America. It's gonna be just fine. To your next role, my dear. Haha, that's it. A little shortchange. I got away with murder, but because I didn't get the life insurance, I don't win the game. Absolutely amazing little game, this. New York Herald Tribune, a little shortchange. Starlet Veronica Villancy was widowed at sea when husband Malcolm threw himself overboard. Police are linking the death to a series of gambling debts accrued by Mr. Villancy. Mrs. Villancy is left penniless in America, but has already been seen in the company of a new man, Commander Anders of the British Navy. Watch out, sir. There might be storms ahead. Freedom. I got freedom, but I didn't get the life insurance. Time, 8 hours and 2 minutes. Attempts, 1. And that is, I'm not going to restart just yet. That is a first look. And our part 1 of Overboard. As you go through this game, apparently, everything happens at the same time. Just go and see different people, you'll notice different things, and try to find a run through here that I can pin the murder on someone else, and that is how to beat the game. the easiest person I'm thinking to pin it on would be Clarissa. Come back in part 2 to see if I can do that very thing. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. We also have a private Discord server for some laid-back gaming chat, and if you're feeling generous, you can support us via Ko-fi. All the relevant links are in the description below.